In the comment section of a video how to create a puppy in Blender, a user asked me, can you show how to model and animate a dog door? And that is what this video is about. In a new Blender project, I select everything with A and delete it. With 7 on the numpad, I go to top view and with Shift A, add a plane. Switch to edit mode and press SX 0.5. The door is now 2 meters high and 1 meter wide. Add a loop cut in the center and switch to face select mode. Insert a window in the upper face. Insert a small opening for the dog door in the lower face. Move the opening down with G and Y. Delete the face, select everything with A and extrude. Eyeball the thickness of the door. Select the inner face loop of the opening, go to top view and duplicate the loop with Shift plus D. Scale it down like this. Press E for extrude and S Shift plus Z to scale only on X and Y axis. Extend the selection with Ctrl and plus several times and scale the selection in Z direction. Add a loop cut at the upper side, select the edge at the top and move it up with GY. Apply a bevel operation with Ctrl B. With a mouse wheel you can add more cuts. Our goal is to create a nice arc on the top side. Return to object mode and add a cylinder. Go back to edit mode and scale it down. Rotate the cylinder with RY90 on the Y axis. The next step is to scale the cylinder with Shift X on every axis except the X axis. The cylinder should be slightly wider than our dog door. Move the cylinder in position with GY to the top of the dog door and with GZ to the center of our door. Add 2 loop cuts with Ctrl R and move them with SX to the side. Go to the outliner and click on the eye symbol to hide the plane object, which is our door. With 3 on the numpad, go to the side view and switch to edge select mode. Select the 2 most left edges. This is only for orientation. Follow the edges from the selected to the inner edges between the loop cuts and select the 2 faces. Switch to face select mode and unhide the door. Extrude the faces to the bottom of our dog door. Return to object mode and go to object menu and click on Shade Auto Smooth. Hide the door once again and in edit mode select the outer faces of our cylinder. press Shift S and cursor to selected. Return to object mode, go to object menu and set origin, click on origin to 3D cursor. Test the rotation with R and X without committing the operation. Select both objects and with RX90 we bring the door into the normal position. Let's get started with the animation. I made a copy of the intro scene and delete all unnecessary elements. The animation of the dog takes place between frame 60 and 100. It looks like this. I needed to add a few frames at the end because my dog doesn't move far enough from the door, so the door couldn't swing back. The dog has to lower its back so the door can return to rest position. I tried a rigid body animation so the door adjusts automatically when the dog animation is changed, but the rigid body animation failed. A tutorial about a swinging pendulum, similar to our door, doesn't work in the current Blender version. Select the dog door and set the keyframe on rotation. Rotation is the only movement we need here. I went through the animation frame by frame and animate the behavior according to the dog's movement. I jumped to frame 65 and you can see the snout penetrates the door, so I must animate the door. I go back to frame 64 and set another keyframe. And in the next frame, I rotate the door so far that the snout doesn't punch through. Set a keyframe at this position. Go to the next frame and repeat the process. At 74, the door lies on the dog's head, but in the next frame something happens. So I set a keyframe. In the next frame you can see that the dog can swing back, so I animated that. Until frame 90, the door rests on the dog's back. After that, the dog lowers its back, so the door can swing back to rest position. At the end, at frame 97, you can use the command Alt-R to bring the door back to rest position. You need to set the keyframe, of course. And now we can test our animation. I think we achieved a good result and the user request is answered. And then I see you in the next video.